Five Tides day, where are we at? Day 311. I'm telling you, it's an online print on demand. People or the person that watches this, print on demand is like, so I don't again have any of the product. Use Printify, so people go on the website, they see the design, the shirt, they click on it, and Printify is actually the one that takes the order. They it's a DTG, so direct to garment print. So like they put it on the shirt, right? Package it, and then they ship it, and then obviously they get paid, and then I get paid. And, that's the design. If I had nothing but time, I could do it myself. I would love to do it myself, actually, but I got another full-time job that I'm doing, so like I don't have the time to come home and try to print two graphics on something and then package it up and get it shipped out. Obviously within 48 hours is ideal for sure. So I don't have that ability. So Printify's fine for what it is. Cost-wise, I'd save money if I didn't use them, but it is what they're taking on a lot of the extra cost. I guess I would take on if I had all this stuff myself. So anyway, but I'm stuck at a point where design wise, like trying to figure out an avenue to go here, because I'm having a hard time getting any kind of movement here. I had a really good like lighthouse design that I had. It was a vintage looking design. Basically, it was a piece of vector art from Adobe Illustrator that I had put together. I mean, it was such a simple design. It's the one that sold the most. It was the most basic looking thing. And actually, I when I first did it, I was like, there's no way anyone is going to want to buy this, but that's what ended up happening. It's like, well, you should make more of that. So I did. I tried to duplicate very similar, not just lighthouses, but other things that had that vintage look. And they haven't sold. So like, I mean, I guess it hit the vintage lighthouse. It's a niche that just, and I tried to make different vintage lighthouses, and it's still that same design is the only one that people tend to flock to. It was not any of the other designs that I spent even more time on. This first one that I did, I probably spent maybe like 15-20 minutes probably putting it together, because literally it was so basic. Anyway, so I'm stuck between doing that kind of stuff again, basic vector art, which is really what I can kind of do based off the time that I have. I take some of the stuff that I've done and I try to, I don't know, I try to tweak it as easy as I possibly can. But I'm thinking about making like, the graphic shirts with like the words. I had like a shorter post earlier where I was talking about doing like Tide in Time, or one of them was like whale enthusiast. I don't know if people are gonna wear something like, I mean, you could like whales, you could be a whale enthusiast, or like, I don't want to put like save the whales. Like, I mean, there's plenty of those shirts out there, right? But like whale enthusiast, or like serious about plankton, or something stupid, just something, whatever, the dumbest thing. Like, I feel like that funny, but it might actually sell. I don't know. Or like, why eat one, or like, why catch one fish when you can release two, or I don't. That doesn't make any sense. Probably not that one. I'm trying to think of other ideas, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, that's where I'm at right now. So in terms of coming up with different designs, it's been slow. And I know with regards to Etsy, the key is to try to load new things onto their platform, like, if not like 5 designs a week typically, to try to keep going into their algorithm. So like it's consistently keeping you top of mind with them. It's been tough. So working on it. Hopefully I can come up with something that'll be sellable, hopefully soon, and I can kind of go from there. But right now, yeah, started this in October. We're in the middle of August here, and I spent so many hours doing this. This has been on my full-time job, but this has also been, the hours I put in have been full-time hours doing this. So it wasn't easy, and it hasn't been easy. And but I'm gonna keep plugging along, and this week I'll hopefully be able to show some of the designs I've done and go over that. But thanks for listening again. This is 5 Tides, day 302. What did I say? Day 312. Yeah, day 312. 311. Tomorrow's 312. Day 311.